My Lords, I rise to speak in support of Amendment 27, to which I put my name, and have the great privilege of following the noble Baroness Lady Deach in doing so. I think this amendment goes to the heart of what I see, perhaps eccentrically, but I see as the problem with this bill. The bill seems to be about animals and their welfare, and it seems to be based on science. But really, it is a bill about humans and about our moral standing. Not about our moral obligations. All animal welfare legislation for the last 200 years either articulates or creates moral and legal obligations on us. That's what law does. Rather, it's about our moral standing. For it is the ambition of the people who are promoting the concept of animal sentience that it should be a common measure, moral measure, putting humans and animals on the same moral plane and differenced only by the degree of sentience that they evince. I find this a really false anthropology. So it's absolutely right that the bill, which actually makes no reference to humans, should say something about them, if only to try and achieve a better balance in the moral architecture that the bill seeks to create. And Amendment 27 does that. It says that there are some things about human beings which should not be trampled on by this bill, or by the principle behind it, or by the Animal Sentience Committee it creates. Those are quite basic things. They're things to do with religion and religious practice. They're to do with culture, and they're to do with your local region, your locality, the place where you belong. And all this amendment is doing, 27, is asking that those things should be carved out and specially protected, not in an innovative way, because in fact they are already protected in the European Union Treaty in the language that we adopted before. It's simply incorporating that language back, but not in a copy and paste way, but because we genuinely believe that those things about human life are important and should be protected. So that is why I'm supporting Amendment 27. While I'm on my feet, I'm going to make a comment on Amendment 48, which is in the same group. And that is this. It's a slightly more procedural comment. It's really a question to my noble friend. We've been told since committee stage, through the issuance of the terms of reference of the committee, which are not statutory, as I understand it, of course I'm always going to be happy to be corrected, we've been told that this new committee is to be set inside and corralled by, so to speak, a new DEFRA Centre of Excellence on animal welfare. Other committees that already exist will also be brought within that nest, but the other birds in this nest are not statutory committees. They are creatures, they are creations of DEFRA. Whereas this one, the new one, is a statutory committee. Right. And I simply don't understand how through, and this may be because I'm relatively new, I simply don't understand how it is that through some non-statutory terms of reference, a committee which we are today being asked to give a statutory independence to can be reliably told, you're going to be part of this centre. What if they decided not to? They're going to have an independent board. What if they decided that it trammelled them, that it interfered with their work? So my question to my noble friend is this. If this committee is going to be, on the basis, he says, corralled with inside the new Centre for Excellence, shouldn't that be on the face of the bill?